Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to have some general revision about our syllabus. Let us start by the first question. Complete the equation of the straight line which is drawn parallel to the x-axis passing through the point -2 and 1 is what? At the very beginning, you know that any straight line which is parallel to the x-axis is y equals what? So here in this case, we know that y equals 1, then the equation will be y equals 1. Another example, sine 60 plus cosine 30 minus tan 60. What about sine 60, cosine 30 and tan 60? Yes, from the triangle in front of you, you know that when there is an angle of measure 30 degrees in a right angle triangle, then the measure of the other angle will be 60. The side opposite to the 30 degrees will be 1. The hypotenuse will be 2. And the third side will be square root 3. Then what about sine 60? It is, that's good, opposite over hypotenuse. So it is root 3 over 2. Plus, what about cosine 30? Yes, adjacent over hypotenuse. So it is root 3 over 2. Minus, what about tan 60? Tan 60 is, that's correct, root 3 over 1, which is root 3, to give a result as 0. Then, sine 60 plus cosine 30 minus tan 60 equals 0. Another example, if the straight line whose equation is x plus 3y minus 6 equals 0 is perpendicular to the straight line whose equation is ax minus 3y plus 7 equals 0. Then a equals what? At the very beginning, you know that if two straight lines are perpendicular, then that's correct, the product of their slopes equals -1. So try to find the slope of the first equation. So m1 equals, that's correct, negative coefficient of x over coefficient of y. So it is -1 over 3. Then the slope of the required line will be, that's correct, exchange and take the reciprocal. So it is going to be 3. Then the two slopes now are equal. So 3 equals -a over -3. By crossing out the negative and making cross multiplication, you are going to find that the value of a equals 9. Another example, if a 2, -1, b 5 and 3, then ab equals what? What's the meaning of ab? It means the distance between a and b. You have taken that ab equals square root, that's correct, 2 minus 5 all to the power of 2 plus -1 minus 3 all to the power of 2, according to the rule which says that ab equals square root x2 minus x1 to the power of 2 plus y2 minus y1 to the power of 2. So we are going to find the result as square root 9 plus 16 to find a result as 5 units. So the length of AB equals 5 units. Another example, the equation of a straight line whose slope is 1 and passing through the origin is what? Now you have the slope and it passes through the origin. You know that the equation of straight line is y equals mx plus c. Then y equals, what about the slope? It is 1. So y equals 1x plus c. Now you can continue by one of the two ways. The first way is by substituting by the origin, which is 0 and 0, in this equation, you are going to find that 0 equals 1 times x, which is 0, plus c. To find the value of c as 0. And in this case, we can say that y equals x. Or in other words, you know that if the straight line passes through the origin, then the value of c equals 0. So immediately you can find that y equals x. Another example, if sine x equals half, where x is acute angle, then sine 2x equals what? At the beginning, you know that sine x equals half. You can find the value of x by using your calculators, as pressing on the buttons, shift sine half. So you are going to find that the value of x will be 30 degrees. So to find the value of sine 2x, it means sine 2 multiplied by 30, which is sine 60. Now, what about sine 60? Yes, sine 60 is going to be square root 3 over 2. Then the answer will be square root 3 over 2. Another example, the straight line y equals x sine 30 plus c passes through the point 4 and 6, then c equals what? The very beginning, you know that sine 30 equals, that's correct, half. So as sine 30 equals half, the equation of straight line will be y equals half x plus c. By substituting in this equation by the point 4 and 6 as the straight line passes through it, so you are going to notice that 6 equals half multiplied by 4 plus c. Then you are going to find that the value of c will be 4. Then you know that, the value, then to find the value of c, you are going to find that 6 equals 2 plus c, to find the value of c as 4. So c equals 4. Another example, if sine y plus 5 equals 0.5, then y equals what? Yes, here sine and angle equals 0.5. By using your calculators, shift sine 0.5, you are going to find that y plus 5 equals 30. Then y will be 25 degrees. So y equals 25. If ABC is right angle triangle at B, slope of AB is 2 over 5, then slope of BC is what? At the very beginning, you have a right angle triangle. This means that measure angle B equals 90 degrees. And this means that AB is perpendicular on BC. So, first of all, what about slope of AB? Slope of AB equals 2 over 5 as given. Then, as BC is perpendicular to AB, so we can find that the slope of BC will be, that's correct, negative 5 over 2, So, slope of BC will be, that's correct, negative 1 divided 2 over 5, to find a result as negative 5 over 2. And in this case, we can say that the slope of BC is negative 5 over 2. Another example, if cosine x over 2 equals square root 3 over 2, where x is an acute angle, then sine x equals what? First of all, you know that cosine x over 2 equals square root 3 over 2. So by using your calculators, you can find the value of x over 2. So x over 2 will be 30 degrees. By making cross multiplication, you can find the value of x as 60 degrees. Now you want to find sine x, which is sine 60. So sine 60 is going to be root 3 over 2. So sine x equals square root 3 over 2. Prove that the triangle whose vertices A, 5 and negative 5, B, negative 1 and 7, and C, 15 and 15, are vertices of right angle triangle at B. Then calculate its area. At the very beginning, as the triangle is right angle triangle at B, so AB is perpendicular on BC. Now let us first find the slope of AB. Slope of AB is going to be denoted by M1. So M1 equals 7 minus negative 5 over negative 1 minus 5 to give a result as 12 over negative 6, which is equal to negative 2. Now try to find slope of BC, which is denoted by M2. So M2 equals 15 minus 7 over 15 minus negative 1 to give a result as 8 over 16, which is going to be 1 over 2. Now, as AB and BC are two perpendicular lines, so M1 times M2 equals negative 2 multiplied by half to give a result as negative 1. So AB is going to be perpendicular on BC. So the triangle is right angle triangle at B. Now to find its area, try to find the length of its base and its height. So ABC is right angle triangle at B. To find its area, we have to find the length of its base and its height. So AB equals square root 5 minus negative 1 all to the power of 2 plus negative 5 minus 7 all to the power of 2 to give a result as square root 36 plus 144 equals square root 180, and this will lead us to 6 square root 5 units. Now to find the length of BC, so BC equals square root negative 1 minus 15 all to the power of 2 plus 7 minus 15 all to the power of 2 to give a result as square root 256 plus 64 equals square root 320, and this will lead us to 8 square root 5 units. Now to find area of the triangle, you know that area of triangle equals half times its base times its height. Then it is half times 6 square root 5 multiplied by 8 square root 5 to give a result as 120 squared units. Let us have another example. Find equation of straight line passing through 4 and 8 and parallel to the straight line 2x minus 4y plus 3 equals 0. Now to find the equation of straight line, you must first find its slope. So it is parallel to 2x minus 4y plus 3 equals 0. Then the slope of the straight line will be negative coefficient of x over coefficient of y. So it is equal to negative 2 over negative 4 to find a result as half. Then we can say that the slope of the straight line equals half. And this means that as y equals mx plus c, we can say that y equals half x plus c. By substituting by the point 4 and 8 in this equation, so we are going to find that 8 equals half multiplied by 4 plus c. Now you find that 8 equals 2 plus c. To find the value of c, c will be 8 minus 2 equals 6. Then we can find the equation of straight line as y equals half x plus c. Let us have another example. Without using calculator, find the value of cosine square 60 degrees plus cosine square 30 degrees plus tan square 45 degrees over sine 60 degrees tan 60 degrees minus sine 30 degrees. At the very beginning, to find such a result, you are going to draw the two triangles at the very beginning. One is right angle triangle, whose angles are 45 and 45 degrees. So its sides are 1, 1, and its hypotenuse will be square root 2. The other triangle is right angle triangle, whose measures of angles are 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Side opposite to the 30 will be 1, the hypotenuse will be 2, and the third side will be square root 3. Now, to find the value of cosine squared 60 plus cosine squared 30 plus tan squared 45 over sine 60 tan 60 minus sine 30 degrees, you are going to find that. What about cosine squared 60? It is half to the power of 2. Plus, what about cosine square 30? It is square root 3 over 2 all to the power of 2. And what about tan square 45? It is 1 all to the power of 2 over sine 60, which is square root 3 over 2, multiplied by tan 60, which is, that's correct, square root 3 over 1, minus sine 30, which is half. Now, half to the power of 2 will give quarter, plus square root 3 over 2 all to the power of 2 will give 3 quarters, plus 1 over, what about root 3 over 2 times root 3 over 1? It is going to be 3 over 2, minus sine 30, which is half. So you are going to find a result as 2 over 1, which is equal to 2. Another example, the equation of the straight line which passes through the 2 points 2 and 3 and negative 3 and 2 is what? So to find the equation of the straight line passing through these 2 points, first of all you must find the slope of the required line. So the slope of the required line will be denoted by m. Then m equals 2 minus 3 over negative 3 minus 2 to give a result as negative 1 over negative 5, which is equal to 1 over 5. Then here we can say that y equals mx plus c, then y equals 1 over 5x plus c. To find the value of c, we must substitute in the equation by one of the 2 points which the straight line passes through. I'm going to 1 over 5 times 2 plus c. Then you are going to find that c equals, that's good, 3 minus 2 over 5. Then c will be 13 over 5. Now you are going to find that the equation of straight line will be y equals 1 over 5x plus 13 over 5. Another example, AB is diameter of circle M. If B 8 and 11, M 5 and 7, find the coordinates of the point A and find the length of the radius of the circle, and find also the equation of the perpendicular straight line to AB from the point B. At the very beginning, you are going to find that any circle whose diameter is AB and the center is M, you are going to find that M is the midpoint of AB. So let A equals X and Y, and as AB is a diameter, then M is the midpoint of AB. In this case, we can say that 5 and 7 equals X plus 8 over 2 and Y plus 11 over 2. Then the X coordinates are equal. So we can say that 5 equals X plus 8 over 2. And in this case, X plus 8 will be equal to 10. And we can find the value of X as 2. To find the coordinate of Y, so we know that 7 equals, that's correct, Y plus 11 over 2. By making cross multiplication, so Y plus 11 equals 14. And we can find Y as 3. In this case, we can say that A equals 2 and 3. Then what about the length of the radius? Yes, the radius will be MB. So we can find the length of MB as it is the radius. Then R equals MB, which is equal to distance between M and B, which is square root, that's correct, 8 minus 5 all to the power of 2, plus 11 minus 7 all to the power of 2, which give square root 9 plus 16 equals 5 units. And now we can say that the length of the radius of this circle is 5 units. Now, to find the equation of the perpendicular straight line to AB from the point B, first of all, you must find the slope of AB. Then slope of AB equals 11 minus 3 over 8 minus 2 to give a result as 8 over 6, which is equal to 4 over 3. As the straight line needed is perpendicular to AB, so the slope of the required line will be M, which is going to be equal negative 3 over 4. Now, the equation of the straight line will be Y equals negative 3 over 4x plus C. By substituting with the point B as the straight line passes through it, so we are going to find that 11 equals negative 3 over 4 times 8 plus C. Then 11 equals negative 6 plus C. So we can find the value of C as 17. And the equation of the straight line in this case will be Y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 17.